Barkanku, a cikin wannan tutorial ɗin zan yi magana akan colors a CSS. Colors yadda muka sani muna amfani da colors domin mu yi beautifying ɗin website ɗinmu. Muna iya amfani da colors a kan shi text ko a background. So a cikin wannan video ɗin zan magana akan type of colors kuma yadda za ku yi applying ɗinsu a elements ɗinku. First of all, before mu je ko ina I would like to tell you akwai different type of colors, and there are three main type of color. Sune color name, which is you usually have blue, red, or whatever it is. Then we have hex code. Hex code suma their type of color type which they can be used in order for us to apply color in CSS. Then next one we have HSL. HSL shi ma wani type of color ne wanda ake amfani da shi a cikin CSS. So ya da mu yi applying din wa'innan kind of colors in bari mu duba mu je online domin mu samu wani library din color da inda zai ba mu like vast majority din color da za mu yi mai apply. So muna iya mu je color name. Ce color name. Color name. Idan ka yi typing din color name, I think wannan first website and is a very good good resources. It says htmlcolorcode.com. So it's a very good website to find a lot of type of color and different type of color to be using in your project. So kunga anama sun yi labeling in type of color. Aga akwai name, which is the color name. Then akwai hex code, and that is the RGB kind of the RGB code goes HSL code. These are the main three type of code wanda ake amfani da su a cikin CSS. So bari in nuna muku yadda za ku yi applying din wa'innan kind of code din different type of code. For example, bari mu applying din shi name code. So idan muka dawo cikin project ɗinmu muna son mu yi beautify, muna son mu canza color din shi wannan element in which is the title name ɗinmu, the story of a little bit, which shine wannan H1 din. So bari mu yi amfani da wannan ɗinmu mu external style sheet ɗinmu, which is this. So we can easily come and say H1 and we can come here. What we just have to do is that we have to call the property call color. Since we are changing the color, we just call the property color and we can easily just give it a name, the value, which is blue, and we have to save and reload it. So za ga cewa value ɗinmu ya canza a nan ne. So there is different type. Idan muna son mu canza color, you can easily come to this website and take different type of name. So usually sometimes matsalan shine ba za ka yi holding din kowane sunan colors ba a kanka. So these kind of resources are really good for your project. And idan ka zo nan za ka get different names of colors and colors that you may be able to like. You can be easily able to experiment with it. Okay, idan ka zo nan ne kana zo mu canza color, just put the name here and we can easily save it and we load it and the value will change. And if you send it, it will change. Ko ba haka ba. So we just have to leave it now. So let's go back to the same website. So it's like, okay, we go back to the same website, right? And now let's apply different type of color type, which is the hex code. So when the hex code need a type of code which and I append the pseudonym I asa color. So it's every single code represent a single pixel or a single image value color code value. So bari mu yi picking din wannan, kuma da za ka yi amfani da shi shine ka iya zuwa wannan website din kawai kai copy din any code din nan and ka zo ka sa a nan idan kana son ka canza wannan ɗinka. So you can easily come here and just put it. Okay, so we are back here. So idan ka yi saving ɗine za ka ga wannan ɗinka ya canza, kala ɗinka ya canza. So abin da yasa, like in this tutorial, we can dive in on how actually hex code are being actually used, or what is the main thing about the hex code income because it will be a long tutorial. So usually F represent white and O represent black. Usually this code, each value in this code represent a certain thing. So it's represent a certain color, right? So moving on to this RGB, idan zaka amfani da type of color din nan which is the RGB, zaka amfani da wannan. So shi ma haka RGB means it means red, green and blue. That is the value color. So it's one value din they are represented from 0 to 255, which is the like the max value of the RGB. So you can see in this value the R, which is the red, is like 255, while the other value, which is the green, is like 200 and 160, and this and the last value, which is the blue, is 120 22. So basically these values are the one that make up a complete color. A wannan idan kuka je za ga wani lokaci za ga ana samun color combination even idan ana painting gida ko wani abu. So yadda za mu yi amfani da shi wannan RGB value din, za mu ɗauki wani color, bari mu ɗauki wani color, kawai za ka copy ɗin shi RGB code ɗin, amma you have to make sure that you always write RGB inside. So for example, haka kamar haka RGB, sai ka fara sa RGB then kai sa color braces ɗinka then ka sa value ɗinka. So idan muka save a nan za ka ga cewa value ɗin ya canza. So similarly, if you want to style other element like the p tag inside, we can easily give it a style and we can use all the type of value to style this. So let's do this. Let's color other part of this. So yanzu idan muna son mai coloring in wannan the p tag p element, so let's use a hex element and let's get a good color that can be able to help us understand. So maybe we can use some olive color, and we can give this the value here, and we save it. Then we can come from for the background of the whole the body. So you can call the element called body, which will change the whole title of which will change the whole background. So and then we just have to like call background color, and we can choose a color that can be able to suit the background. And now let's choose this, which is the dark sea green color. And if we paste it here and idan muka save a nan, za a ga cewa wa'innan 3 colors in have changed. So kaga akwai little color wannan kenan. So firstly, but this is a recap. So this type of color is called the RGB color, right? And this type of color is called the hex code color, and this one is called the name color. So those are the main 3 type of CSS colors wanda akwai cikin cikin CSS. So na gan ku a next video inda za mu magana akan next HTML element. Assalamu alaikum.